We previously talked about Dichro in some of the other videos that I have relating, look at the title and you'll see A, B, C, D, so forth, where we're going to do talks about Dichroic Glass. Dichroic Glass is an incredible addiction. I love it. It's, who doesn't love the rainbow? And to me that's what Dichroic is. It's the rainbow. Look at this stuff. This is all done on stained glass textures. And it's incredible. It's eye candy. It's absolutely incredible. And you talk to anybody who fuses glass, and they're probably addicted. I do stained glass with it, and where I put it in my windows. And you'll see that in some of my other videos and on my website at allthingsdichroic.com. You can see some of the stuff that I do with dichroic stained glass. Right here we have a couple pieces of glass. This is clear flute. One of my favorite textures. It's very brilliant. It shines. Very glistening when you put it in a window. Very appealing texture. There it is clear. Here it is coated with silver. So Dichro is always done on the texture side, by the way. So whatever texture you got in Dichro, the coating is always on the textured side, because you're going to cut on the flat back side. Here's flute done in blue gold, and here it is in silver, and there's obviously your clear. Let's just kind of see if we can get any contrast, any glisten. You can say it now. Creates cross read when you put flute over flute, so you see squares. Here's the kicker about Dichro that's really kind of wild. When you have it coated, and by the way, this is the most expensive of all Dichro to have done as far as the processes go. Dichro is metal oxides. It is not glass. A lot of people think dichroic glass is glass. It's not. It's metal oxides like iron and manganese and copper that's put on this glass in the same way that a diamond is made. Incredible heat, zero vacuum, and intense pressure. A standard color of Dichro is 17 microns. A micron is a millionth of an inch. A millionth of an inch, or even 17 of them, is obviously finer than a human hair. A premium glass, like this color, there's several premium colors in CBS. Green pink is one. Magenta green blue, or magenta blue green, excuse me. This is red silver blue. These are premiums. The reason they're premium is because it takes extra layers of dichroic in order for the human wavelength, the eye, to see the richness involved. And for the most part, this is 31 layers, microns, versus this is 31 layers, and this is 17. That's a premium, that's a non-premium. And the premium is because it takes more dichroic glass to make or dichroic elements in the premium than it does in the standard. Here's where it gets really wild. One day I was talking to Howard Sandberg of Coatings by Sandberg, and I asked Howard if I can get a little vial of dichroic dust. I just thought that would be cool. I mean, we're all breaking up, crushing up our glass one way or another. When we fuse, we're trying to make our own frit. And here's what they told me. He couldn't send me any of the dust. It's so light that when you put your hand in the chamber, if you were to put your hand in the chamber, as you see my hand coming across, it would create a wind so minute that it would push the dust away from your hand. You could not catch the dust. It would be escaping your hand because, as you see my hand, it's creating motion. Can you imagine dust a millionth of an inch? So just this would be a windstorm, just doing this in the chamber. He couldn't collect it for me. They don't have any way of collecting it. I'm sure there's technical reasons. But isn't that amazing? So this is also fascinating. This is a 19-inch circle right here. You can see it's obviously not a full circle. I've used some of this. And I'll tell you something about this in another video as well, because this is interesting. But that's a 19-inch circle. Here's some corkscrews that's been put on it, on black glass. Here's the cool thing, that if you were to scrape that 19-inch circle to disc, it doesn't matter what the pattern is per se. Well, it doesn't matter what the pattern is of the dichro. But if you were to scrape a smooth piece of glass, 2 sheets of these 19-inch circles, and try to get, if there was a possible way, of getting all the dichroic effects off of the dust, off of 2 sheets of glass, guess how big the size of that pile of dust would be? This is mind-blowing, I think, because it really adds the value to this fanaticism called dichroic glass. If you were to scrape 2 sheets of glass, you would get a pile the size of a dime. Isn't that wild? And one of these sheets of dichroic glass, depending on if you're buying wholesale or retail, is as much as $200 a sheet now, with the price increase, depending on a couple different elements, which we'll discuss in the next video. But you could spend on a retail basis as much as $200, and from what I understand, dichroic glass in England, in the United Kingdom, is over $300 a sheet. And that's just a regular sheet of dichroic glass. It's just the price difference between continents. So let's just say, realistic reasons, $175 a sheet. Times 2 is $350, so that little dime's worth of dust is $350. Kind of adds a little bit of, isn't that amazing? But yet 2 big sheets of glass, the size of a dime, and here we are going crazy, fusing it up and doing all these wondrous things that people have done in paperweights, in marbles, in cabochons, in jewelry, in pipes, in flamework beads, and all the wonderful sculptures and goblets and everything that people are using dichroic glass in. It's just amazing, I believe. There's so many cool facts about dichro. I think I'll make the next video about a few facts that are really fun, as though the dime one was a fact. There's some more coming up. Stay tuned to the next video. It gets better. Bye. Thanks.